mindset. How do you keep a positive mindset during such an oppressing time for people of color? This is a tough question. Hello my lovelies, or welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel for those of you who are already subscribed or have already seen my videos before. So this video is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, we're sitting down, you know, kind of a little bit more serious, more intimate, but we're just going to be getting to know me a little bit behind the scenes, you know, who Fran is behind the camera and everything, not so much sitting filming like a makeup look or doing, you know, some fashion whatever, or watching a vlog. We're gonna answer some questions today, some good questions actually, so y'all can really get a little deep and, you know, find out more about me. But please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell. I don't know which side it's on, but hit that notification bell to get notified when I post, which is every Thursday and Sunday if you didn't know already. But if you'd like to see, you know, some answers to my if you'd like to learn more about me, kind of get to know me behind the scenes in a deeper sense, then keep on watching. My hair is like super long, so I keep like sitting on it, so I'm gonna pull it out. But I have all of the questions on my phone, so I'm just gonna be looking at my phone to kind of answer questions and look at the questions. I have not, like, I've seen all the questions, I just kind of copied and pasted them all into one list, but I haven't like thought about my answers. I wanted them to be true, genuine, not scripted, not sound robotic or nothing like that. But they were all pretty good questions, like pretty good questions, kind of like everything. I asked, you know, just ask me a question. It could be good, bad, deep, like a regular basic question or whatever, but we're just gonna jump right into it. So the first question: how do you and your boyfriend meet? So I do have a boyfriend. I'm not single. We've been together for 2 years going on now, but we met 2 years ago when I was a freshman in college. Towards the end of my freshman year, I went to school in Providence, Rhode Island, and there was this club. It was crazy because when we were supposed to meet, we didn't meet. We ended up meeting later down the line, but I say everything happens for a reason, because if we would have met when we were supposed to meet, we wouldn't be together today. So this was back when it was my birthday in March. We went to this club in Providence that's no longer there anymore, named Ultra Lounge. We went there. It was me, my best friend, and my other friends. And her friends. We were all like partying at Ultra, whatever. The night was over, and then a guy ended up approaching my best friend at the end of the night, who ended up being friends with my boyfriend, really good friends. So we were supposed to like meet up that weekend, but like it didn't like work out. Like all four of us were supposed to meet up. We never like ended up meeting up, which was a good thing. And then 2 months later, down in May, my best friend had like randomly texted me. It was like a Sunday or like something like that. I believe it was like a Sunday. I was in the library, had my Starbucks, studying, whatever. My best friend texted me. She was like, Jonathan has like a boy, and they were like trying to hook us up together or whatever. So I was like, all right. Like at that time in my life, I wasn't thinking about like getting together with nobody. Like I was just focusing on finishing out the school year and moving back home, like, and just really like focusing on me. So I was like, all right, like whatever, it doesn't hurt to exchange numbers, like get to know somebody, whatever. So he ended up texting me like a couple of days later, but it was at night, and I was like, we've only spoken at night, so I didn't like understand that. But comes out he was in the military, so he worked like all during the day. And then like we would texted for a week, and then a couple days after he started texting, he was like, when can I meet you? When can I see you in person? So I was like, I guess next week, you know? So this was the week of move out like move out day out of my dorm, and I had taken my best friend with me on campus to help me move out and like start the summer off. So it was like a Tuesday, the 2 days before move out or a day before move out. My best friend had came, and we were just like hanging out, whatever, and he came, my now boyfriend had came to meet us, and his friend who was talking to my best friend at the time. We all just kind of met up and like hung out in downtown Providence. We got flames, and then ever since that day, you know, we kind of hit it off. He'll tell you to this day that like I dubbed him, I didn't mess with him, whatever, but that's not true. It just takes me a minute to like feel a person out. But yeah, so ever since that day we kind of hit it off, and we were texting ever since, and then became what we are today. So sorry, that was kind of long, but yeah. Next question: career and life aspirations. So I'll talk about my career aspirations first. For my career, I would love, or I say I am. We're gonna speak everything into existence. I'm going to open up my own bridal boutique, which is, you know, kind of currently in the works. I'm not going to say too much. Open up my own bridal boutique, and I'm currently working on my master's, which I actually begin in a couple of days, which I've spoken about like in my other videos. But I'm working on my master's in operations and supply chain management, combined with like my bachelor's degree, which was in fashion merchandising and retailing. So I want to use those two like degrees to start my own like private business consulting kind of business, because I feel like, especially nowadays, a lot of people are starting businesses or have businesses and are kind of stuck or don't know what to do, don't know how to progress, excel, and kind of brand themselves and kind of make themselves stick out, and you know, just kind of work in these times and stuff. So I really want to help people with their business plan, business model, and business branding, because those are three crucial things. So those are really like my two career goals, which is pretty much working for myself, having my own bridal boutique and my own business consulting, and then of course like YouTube, take YouTube wherever, you know, it takes me. And then as for life aspirations, I currently live in Florida. I love Florida. I do want to either stay in northern Florida or move like further down south, depending on like where, you know, kind of life goes, natural disasters goes, everything like that. And definitely want to have a family, get married, and build a big beautiful house, and then have like my cars. I really want to get an electric car. That's my next car that I want to get, you know, kind of give back to the planet in some sort of way, and just have like my businesses, have my investments, and then eventually not live in the United States of America anymore. I do want to just backpack it, you know, across the world, expose my children to traveling as much as my parents did, and just kind of live in these different places while running my businesses, and enjoying life. And that's, oh, and have our little puppy that we have with us too. Next question: if you could go back in time, what's one thing you'd change, if anything? Honestly, I probably wouldn't change anything. I know that's probably like cliche to say, but I always say the saying, you know, everything happens for a reason, which is probably another cliche. But I really believe in everything happens for a reason. If I wouldn't have made the decisions that I made, if I wouldn't have taken the opportunities that I've taken, done what I've done, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And I feel like I needed to be in those places, like physically, mentally, and emotionally, at the certain times that I was in order to realize like certain things. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just had to go through certain things at certain times in order to get to where I am today. So I wouldn't change any of that, because then the present would be completely different, and I probably wouldn't be in the best place. How's life been since moving to Florida? Okay, so I moved to Florida in June. It's August, so it's been a couple of months. I moved like mid-June, and I had planned to move to Florida pre-COVID, like way before COVID happened, so I kind of had an idea of what it was going to be like living here. But since COVID happened, everything is like a little bit different. But Florida overall, I think I talked about this a little bit, and I think it was like my Get Ready With Me. Living in Florida is really nice. Southern hospitality is like amazing, especially coming from up north. We're always in a rush. Like, we don't have time to stop, talk to people in grocery stores, talk to people when like running errands. But people down here, they like talking to you. They're super genuine. Like, even when I went to go get my nails done, like everybody was like asking me like, is this okay? Can I use this? Like, how are you? Like, just having genuine conversations. So that's really nice, being down here. The weather, I would definitely say, even people that I've spoken to that have lived here for like 20 plus years, they're like, I still can't get used to this weather. I'll probably never get used to this weather. It's hot and humid, and it's hot. So that's one thing. The bugs down here are crazy. They're like different. Beetles, whatever, water bugs, whatever people call it, those are no-go. Like, the cost of living down here is really good. You can like build a house down here for like nothing. I'm trying to think what else. Like, the food down here is really good. We got Waffle House down here. We have like a whole bunch of kind of like fast food places, but it's like good fast food places down here. Food down here is definitely different and cheaper. I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much it. There's like a lot more, I feel like a lot more opportunities. Well, specifically just talking about being in Jacksonville, there's a lot more opportunities because I'm a very creative person, and I love everything art, everything like art related. I love, so there's like a lot of entrepreneurial like opportunities, creative opportunities, way more things to explore. I'm a very adventurous person, so I love like traveling. I love like hiking, like anything that has to do with adventure and exploring, I love. So Florida's a really good place for that, and it's close to a lot of other places, so we can literally like just hop in the car and drive to Georgia, drive to southern Florida or central Florida or different things like that. So this is like a really nice place to be. Being down south, I've contemplated where I want to move in different places that I want to go, but I'm definitely happy that I chose down south because just the environment is a new, refreshing, positive environment to be in. What is your biggest fear? My biggest fear, okay, I guess my biggest fear, honestly, it's changed a bit. I feel like, especially with everything that's going on in this world, everything that's gone on in 2020. But my biggest fear is not being good enough. I guess we're kind of getting a little deep already. But my biggest fear is not being good enough. I'm probably more hard on myself than anything else. So that is my biggest fear, is not being good enough for like anything, anyone, like things like that. I know we already getting deep, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What motivates you to work hard? This is a good question. I think the people in my life, you know, my role models, the people that I look up to, the people I surround myself with, like my friends, my family, things like that, they motivate me. And it's not, I'm not gonna say seeing things on social media, I see it, I want it. No, it's like, it's beyond social media. It's beyond like all these influencers, all of like everything going on. It's honestly the people that are around me, the friends that I have in my circle, the small group of people that I call friends, you know, in my circle. They honestly motivate me to work hard. My parents motivate me to work hard because I wouldn't be where I am today without my parents, without them sacrificing, killing themselves, doing what they needed to do to raise me and my 3 other siblings. They honestly motivate me to work hard. My friends motivate me to work hard, do better, be better, kind of be that next step, achieve that next level, and things like that. And I just want to make them proud. I want to do right by them and do right by myself, honestly. If you could switch lives with a character in a movie/TV show, who would it be? This is a good question. This is a good question. Movie or TV? I'll probably do like a movie because TV shows are hard. The kind of movies that I like Wolf of Wall Street, I love that movie. I mean, I would switch with him. But I take that back. Wolf of Wall Street, bad example. Alice in Wonderland. One of my favorite movies, all time movies. Alice in Wonderland. I would trade, switch lives, whatever, with Alice, because like imagine just being in Wonderland. Like, it's just so dope. Like, you have Dumb and Dumber, you got Johnny Depp. I mean, who probably wouldn't be Johnny Depp, but like the mythical creatures, mythical characters, like it's literally like a wonderland. Like, I would love to be there. Have like a tea party with like the mad rabbit and stuff like that. Like, seek guidance from the caterpillar. Like, that would be my fantasy. I mean, granted, the Queen of Hearts is a little bit crazy, but there's always some kind of crazy person kind of deterring you from, you know, some positive things. But definitely Alice from Alice in Wonderland. How long does it take you to put on your everyday makeup? I want to say, to do my everyday makeup, I would say maybe it takes like a half hour. Like 35-40 minutes. I'll say it's 35-40 minutes. Other people will probably tell you, like my boyfriend will probably tell you it takes like 2 hours. No. In total, just to do my makeup, everyday makeup, like 35-40 minutes. But it also depends on how my skin is doing that day. And what we're doing. Because sometimes I'll just pop some, oh my gosh. I'll just pop like some concealer on, do my eyebrows, throw on some mascara, and call it a day. So it depends. But normally like 35 to 40 minutes. Not bad at all. What is your motivation for making your YouTube channel? My motivation for making my YouTube channel, being able to sit in front of a camera and talk to whoever is willing to listen, is to inspire those who are like me. Young women, young African American women, young creatives, young entrepreneurial driven women, to motivate and to inspire other people like me, because I know it's hard, especially in this day and age. Everybody is kind of doing everything right now. Like, there's so many different kind of paths, career paths and journeys that you can take, and I know what it's like to kind of feel lost. I know what it's like to have like these skills or have like a creative ability, not know what to do with it, not know kind of what you want your next step to be in life, like as a whole. So that was really my motivation for making this channel. My motivation for like my entire brand, my branding, my YouTube is just a part of that. Is just to inspire and motivate people like me to have kind of like a big sister, or like a friend, not even big sister, like a friend, somebody to just kind of feed off on positive vibes, or as positive as I can be when I can be, and just to feel like there is a purpose for me. You know, I do have a place somewhere and I can make it happen. I can make whatever I want to make happen. I can do whatever I want to do, and you know, all of that is okay. Life after college during a pandemic. I feel like life after college has been, I talked about this a little bit a lot of it in my Get Ready With Me. I feel like the pandemic was a senior in college's worst nightmare. You go to college thinking, I'm doing these 4 years, I'm spending all this money, and I'm gonna get out, get a job, get a good job, paying good money, pay off my student loans, you know, and live happily ever after, or whatever the equivalent is. And this pandemic kind of came and destroyed everybody's plans. Especially being a college student. It came probably at like the worst time. It came towards second semester, the beginning of second semester of your senior year. And, you know, if you had a concrete plan, like I talked about before, you know, pandemic messed that all up. But I think, you know, like I say, everything happens for a reason. If this didn't happen, it wouldn't have made people kind of think outside the box, kind of dig deep in and be like, all right, what skills do I have, what talents I have, what capabilities, you know, and what opportunities can I pursue because I know how to do this, or because, you know, I can think this way. Kind of opened a lot of doors, opened up, you know, remote working for so many companies, opened up kind of working for yourself. A lot of people are starting their own businesses. So I would say life after the pandemic, being a college student, is not expected, was not expected, probably is not a recommended thing to do. Mentally, I would say isn't a good time. But as long as you kind of stick to yourself, stick to, you know, your inner will, your inner drive, your inner push, and just know it is going to get better, because we're not the only ones in this situation. Granted, you know, this is what we've been working the past couple of years for, but it will get better. Where do you get your style? I wouldn't say I got my style from a certain person. Granted, Rihanna, style icon. I think I really got my style from just seeing other people confident in what they were wearing. My style has changed throughout the years drastically, and I still kind of change it up a bit. Like, I'll dress like really girly or like sophisticated or whatever, but then I can also dress like streetwear, like wear like streetwear and stuff like that. Like, I tend to switch it up on like my mood or how I'm feeling. But ultimately, just seeing other people confident in what they were wearing made me confident to wear whatever like I would grab. And also, I would fall in love with like certain trends, like puffs, like the puff sleeve trend. I love puff sleeve tops, and it looks nice on me. Like, I have very skinny arms, but having the puff sleeve kind of like makes my arms like look a little bit bigger. So just kind of finding what complemented my shape, what complemented my personality. And once I became confident with all of that, my style just kind of came out a lot more, because once I was confident and happy within myself, then whatever I wore kind of didn't matter. But of course, you know, I would pair stuff up like appropriately based on certain colors. But I'm not like a loud person, so that's why I don't like loud colors. I'm more kind of like calm, chill, so I really keep to the same color palette. So that's the only thing that like I really had to define, was like my color palette. But other than my style, it's just I wear kind of what complements me internally and externally. What keeps you motivated during a hard time for Black Americans, especially those who are trying to make a name for themselves? I feel like we are all trying to make a name for ourselves in this crazy world, crazy country, crazy environments that we are all currently going through. I just want to make sure I answer this question like thoroughly. But what keeps me motivated, honestly, is knowing that I have something different than what other people might have. We're all completely different. We're all unique in our own ways. That's why we were not built like robots. We were all built differently, look differently, have different skin tones, different complexions, and things like that. So just knowing that I have my own unique gift, I have a different voice, I have a different story to tell than other people, kind of keeps me motivated, and not even like being able to seek validation from what I do on a daily basis, because I honestly don't care if like people watch me on YouTube, people see my posts on Instagram, whatever. It's just self-fulfilling to be able to put something positive out there, put something, you know, that might one day change the world, hopefully might change something one day, just in like a small group of people, you know, is self-fulfilling to me. But just knowing that I am a unique individual with something different to say than everybody else, and I look different from the next person, saying, you know, maybe something as similar to me as possible. Everything that they do is towards our culture. So knowing y'all are saying all this, y'all are doing all this, whatever, but yet y'all still want to be like us, is the mind-boggling question. I think that's what keeps me most positive, is knowing that they're saying all this rah or whatever, but at the end of the day still want to be who we are and look up to us. I think them underestimating us collectively and individually kind of motivates me to continue to do what I do and continue to, you know, keep my head up, keep my head high, keep my shoulders up, my shoulders high, and walk around every day. How has the transition been from Mass to Florida, and what are you truly looking forward to the most in a new state change? The transition from Massachusetts to Florida is, I'll say the biggest transition has been like the weather, but the transition as a whole, it's been pretty good, I guess, because I've been home in Florida a lot. So I've been able to kind of drive around, get to know Jacksonville. You know, I've been able to drive to Florida. I mean, I've been able to drive to Orlando and like Daytona and St. Augustine, which are kind of all in like the northern central part of Florida, and just get to know the area, know the surroundings, kind of talk to some of the people that I've been able to talk to, and I've been able to really expose myself to different places and environments, you could say, in Jacksonville so far. And because I've just been looking like places to go on like Instagram, or would just kind of introduce myself, talk to the people, because I kind of had to start over, make a new name for myself out here, get to know where I am, get to know kind of like what goes on around here, the whereabouts, like what people do out here, what like the big thing is out here, and kind of find new hair people and nail people and stuff like that. So in doing that, I've been able to learn my area, learn, you know, who the people are around here, how the people are around here, how they interact, just because I don't want to disrespect you know, how people are down here. And being able to do that has really helped me transition down here. And then, what are you truly looking forward to the most in a new state change? What I'm looking forward to the most being in Florida, I guess, is creating a home, creating a foundation. Springfield, Mass has been my home for the past 20 years. I lived in Rhode Island for like a year while I was finishing up my last year of school. So Springfield has really been my home. And now I want to create my own home for myself. Now that I am older, I am, you know, legal to do whatever it is that I desire to do. I'm really ready to make a place, you know, for me. Not saying anything against Springfield, anything against anything up north. I just want my own kind of place. And I knew Springfield wasn't going to be my end-all be-all. So coming down here is kind of like a new start, a new kind of creating Fran, you know, creating a family, starting life as it is down here. What advice would you give to youth today about figuring out what they should major in and the leadership skills they will need? So I'll first talk about figuring out what they should major in. If college is for you, I'm not going to sit here and say college is for everyone. You got to go to college. College is the only answer. No, after reading through college, I'm not going to tell you that college is the answer. It's not the answer for everyone. I mean, my boyfriend's in the military, and, you know, the military has been able to shape him into, you know, who he is today. And college has shaped me into who I am today. Some people don't go to college and they turn out, you know, perfectly fine. Not saying college is the answer for everyone. So before even selecting a major, just make sure college is what you want to do genuinely, not something that somebody has enforced into you, making it seem like that is your only option. If you want to go to college, all for it. To get kind of to the gist of figuring out what you are going to major in, if you're going to college, do something that you're passionate about, do something you actually enjoy doing, you know, in a field that you actually want to work in, because it makes no sense to go to school, get this degree, spend all this time, not even the money, spend all this time and dedicate your studies and life to something that you don't even really care about. But that's why I say wait until your sophomore year, because, you know, things happen in life, in your life personally, in the world around you, that might impact that decision, that might sway you to something, or you might actually be in college and you know, your school might have certain programs that might intrigue you that you might not find out about until later. So definitely, I feel like your major will speak to you. Something, whether it's going to be something in your life that has already happened or is going to happen once you're in college or in high school or close to going to college, that will impact, and you'll have like an epiphany, sort of like, this is what I want to major in. Or like, some schools you can even create your major and like combine certain things together. But just know it will come to you, because it will be something that is very true to you, your person and your character. As for the leadership skills that you will need, what advice would you give to youth about figuring out what they should major in? And the leadership skills, figuring out what leadership skills you will need, I feel like you have to put yourself out there in college. If you go to college or in life in general, put yourself out there. Get out of your comfort zone. That is the only way you're going to be able to kind of distinguish who you are, is when you get out of your comfort zone, get out of your normal bubble and put yourself out there. And that is one way you can really develop leadership skills and even see if being a leader is for you. Some people do not like leadership positions, do not feel comfortable being in leadership positions, and don't want to pursue a career or a position where they are in a top position. But if that's something that you do aspire to do or be in, you have to put yourself out of your comfort zone. Take a leap of faith, join a club, become a part of an e-board, like apply for like a position or like a job position if you can, or like a volunteer position if you can't get like an actual job position. That is something that you wouldn't normally do. So if you're gonna go in as like an associate or something like that, try to do like a manager in training or like something of the equivalent. Just do something out of the normal kind of zone or bubble or space that you would, to kind of build up your character and build up kind of your skills. But leadership, how do you stay motivated with college and work? Throughout my entire time when I was in college, I did work. My freshman year and 2 months into my sophomore year, I had a work study, so I was working on campus. So they allow, they work with your school schedule because you're working on campus. But after 2 months into my sophomore year, I did get a job at a bridal boutique, and then got a job as a manager in training, which then led me into being an assistant manager. And throughout the entire time that I was working, I was a full-time student. And my sophomore and junior/senior year, I was in an accelerated program that allowed me to take more credit hours than the normal allotted. So each trimester I took like the maximum amount of credit hours that I could, and pretty much like killed myself working and doing school. And I'm not gonna say that it was a breeze, it was easy. It was not. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't lose motivation. I lost motivation to continue to do school, to continue to go to work. But at the end of the day, I knew what my end goal was. My honest advice is, do not kill yourself in college. Enjoy your however many years you're in college. If you're in for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, however long it takes you to go and complete college, enjoy those years, because like your parents say, like whoever says, it flies within a blink of an eye, and those are your best years, your crucial years. And when they say, school is hard and teachers are tough or your professors are tough, I mean, yes, professors are tough, but if you really put yourself out there, get to know your professor, you'll be fine. The things that people really don't tell you is college takes a toll on your physical, mental, and emotional being. That's the one thing that nobody really tells you. it really takes a toll. Physically, I didn't start breaking out until I went to college. I was eating City Burger, a burger place, every single day, and just when I'm in school mode, I become a mega nerd, and like school's like cramming a whole bunch of school, and you know, you're away from home, you're in a new environment around new people. I have to meet all new people over again. So just college as a whole plays a toll on you. So enjoy college. Don't think so much where I have to do all of this, that, and the third in order to get to, you know, where I need to be. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Don't kill yourself. Life is short. Enjoy that time. Enjoy the money being put into that time. Enjoy the resources. Take advantage of those resources. And just remember, at the end of the day, you is all that matters. So you're gonna get that degree. Just keep that in your head. You know, I'm gonna get this degree. I'm gonna get that job or whatever position or whatever opportunity that I have my mind set on. Just keep that as your motivation. Don't go crazy over I need to work, I need to make crazy amount of money, I need to do like every single club, I need to be in every single club, I need to be at every single social event, I need to befriend every single body. No, just remember what your main priorities are, what your goals are, and do not lose sight of that. My siblings wanted me to answer who is my favorite sibling. I mean, I have 3 siblings. One brother who's a year older than me, and then 2 sisters. I don't really have a favorite sibling. Like, I love them all equally. Like, they all have like their own different like characteristics and stuff like that. We're all 4 completely different. But like, I don't have a favorite one. I love them all equally and unconditionally. And then my cousin, I'm not like going crazy for these family questions. My cousin asked who is the best looking cousin. I have so many cousins on both my father and my mother's side. Everybody look good. So I mean, that's just that. So those were all of the questions that were sent to me from all like my different social media platforms. So I hope I answered everything, you know, as well as you guys wanted me to answer. I tried to answer as truthfully and as honestly as I could, because, you know, I want to keep it as transparent as possible, because, you know, in order to understand, you know, why I do what I do, what I am doing, you know, you guys kind of got to tap into a deeper level. You know, I'm going to be able to talk one day. You have to tap into a deeper level and kind of understand Fran a little bit and be able to understand and appreciate my channel. So, I hope you guys did enjoy my video. On another note, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell, whether it's on one of these sides, to know when I upload, which is every Thursday and Sunday. And if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, a likes up, whatever you want to call it. And if you want me to do another Q&A, you know, kind of get to know me, definitely send me more questions. You know, I did enjoy kind of opening up and sitting down, being a little bit more serious with you all, but I'll answer, you know, whatever questions, good, bad, you know, whatever it may be for you guys. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video.